Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Thursday, June 26, 2025, and the headlines. Grenada introduces visa-free entry for Indian nationals starting 2025. Afri-Exim Bank launches Caribbean payment system to boost local currency trade and signs agreement to increase travel ahead of Grenada Forum. Public Workers Union wants government to prioritize health workers' status before hospital accreditation. Also in the news regionally, Eastern Caribbean continues to benefit from United Nations programs. Internationally, Thailand recriminalizes recreational cannabis amid social concerns. Plus, in the sports news, Paraclete government are winners of Republic Bank's 5 for Fun, while local coach lauds the preparation of local pitch ahead of the second test.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. The Public Workers Union is warning it will not support the move to statutarize Grenada's hospitals unless health workers are first regularized. More in this Rena Pett Thomas report.
The Public Workers Union says it will not support the statutarization of Grenada's hospital unless health workers are first regularized. Executive members of the union met recently with the local committee responsible for overseeing the transition to statutory health institutions. However, PWU President Daisy Hazard says concerns remain over the future of dozens of health workers who, according to the union, are still operating without confirmed status.
The group of people that we met with are locals, are former managers, former PSs within the public sector. And so there was some comfort in that, because the language that we're speaking as a union in meeting with a team of persons, we took away some comfort in understanding and knowing that these are people who served in the service. And we listened to that group and the plans that they have as directed by government. But what we said to them is this: the PWU cannot and will never support statutorization of our hospital services without regularization of workers. And there can be no excuse for not regularizing our nurses, or nurse managers, or lab technicians, or pharmacists. There can be no excuse, because it doesn't matter which flagship brand you bring to Grenada to help manage your hospital services. It doesn't matter whether you statutarize or not. You need competent professionals. You need the professionals that we have there now. So there can be no excuse for not regularizing.
Hazard says many of the affected positions are already on the books, and if they're not, they should be, as the services provided are essential to the health sector. She also raised concerns about the emotional toil on workers who are said to be operating in limbo and fear due to misinformation and a lack of clear communication from authorities.
Yes, the workers are very much in limbo. As we explained to the team last year, there is fear, there is anxiety, there is rumor and whispers. There's rumors all over, because in the absence of finite information, in the absence of official information, people are going to pick up little bits and pieces and run with it. And that cannot be good for a change process. That's the worst thing that can happen when you are attempting to institute change for the better. But the people who are affected by the change, they're hearing about the change, by the way, or seeing lab coats walking through the hospital, and that indicates to them that there's change coming. And so we have also impressed upon the statutorization committee that in implementing change, you must manage change. You must manage how people speak about your change, so that it's not couched in fear and anxiety and frustration, and people are wondering, where is my future? What can I do about my future? But they know, because you're providing them with information, bite-sized pieces that they can digest and accept as they go along.
The Public Workers Union says proper engagement and regularization must happen before any structural changes move forward. To date, there has been no official response from the Ministry of Health on the statutorization process for the health sector. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Well, the People's National Party has officially introduced its advisory committee and executive members to the Grenadian public. We have another report from Rena Pett Thomas.
Political leader of the People's National Party, Jonathan Lacret, officially introduced his advisory committee and executive team for the first time during a press conference on Thursday. The advisory committee includes political strategist Mitch Fine, local entrepreneur Wendell Frederick, Michelle Klein, Dr. Donry Purcell, and Dr. Camille Rutherford. On the party's executive team are Kevin Phillip, who serves as caretaker for St. Andrews Southwest and the Secretary General for the PNP, Ms. Camille McIntosh, the National Recording Secretary, and the party's political leader, Jonathan Lacret. The party's caretaker for St. Andrews Southwest, Kevin Phillip, said he is eager to serve the people of Grenada.
Our constituency manifesto will mirror the party border thematic architecture: the elderly, the youth, education, through skill development, the church, livelihood groups, investment, and communities, while being calibrated to unique social and economic contour of St. Andrews Southwest. We are not merely contesting election, we are constructing a government framework in which representation is intelligent, responsive, and rooted in both the live realities and future aspirations of the people we serve.
The press conference provided the public with its first detailed look at the individuals behind the PNP's vision and an outline of the key areas the party intends to address if given the opportunity to lead. High among those priorities is the health sector. Lacret, a former senator and government minister during the ruling NDC administration, stressed the importance of fresh leadership, strategic plan, and renew national direction, saying critical issues have been neglected for too long.
Health workforce resilience policy or health workforce development policy. Why? Nurse and doctor shortages strain the health public system. So this policy will need the creation of a health workforce retention and incentive framework for our healthcare practitioners. So we will have to expand incentives and local training for community health nurses, collaborate with the St. George's University on further strengthening our nursing education, establish a national health inspectorate, and assisting in building capacity in the allied and professional health care industry.
The People's National Party is expected to reveal more caretakers for the various constituencies and will continue to engage the public in the months ahead as it prepares for future political developments and position itself for the next general election. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Afri-Exim Bank is actively working, we can tell you, to reduce travel barriers between Africa and the Caribbean, a key priority as it prepares for the upcoming 4th annual Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum in Grenada. Acting Chief Operating Officer of Afri-Exim Bank's Caribbean office, Okichukwu Ijerika, emphasized the need for easier movement of people and goods. He remains optimistic about establishing direct scheduled flights and points out that Caribbean nationals often face fewer hurdles obtaining transit visas through hubs like the US or UK compared to some Africans. This focus on facilitating travel is central to Afri-Exim Bank's strategy for boosting trade and investment relations. We can tell you too, the bank sees improved connectivity, including potential air links like the ones being explored for the Algiers Trade Fair, as crucial for fostering people-to-people connections and demonstrating the economic potential between the regions. The Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum 2025 is scheduled for July 28 and 29 right here in Grenada. It is positioned as a key platform to advance these objectives, highlighting the role of Afri-Exim Bank not just in financing trade, but also in enabling the logistical aspects, including travel.
The next is we understand air connectivity is a challenge. We don't have direct sea connectivity as well. I tell you, that conversation is also advancing because we have up to 3 airlines already talking to us to say, how can we work with you to make that happen? Nice. That wouldn't have happened previously if what we are doing is not there. So that's the problem. We're now discussing solution, and definitely we are going to advance.
Afri-Exim Bank has successfully piloted the Caribbean Payment and Settlement System, its regional version of the Pan-African Payments and Settlement System. This digital system enables real-time cross-border payments using domestic currencies, eliminating the need for US dollars or other third currencies in trade. Okichukwu Ijerika, that's Afri-Exim Bank's Acting Chief Operating Officer, announced a pilot success during the bank's annual meetings. He said a proof of concept involving the central banks of the Bahamas and Barbados in February was a resounding success. The next step is an expanded full-scale pilot, including more countries with varying currency types ahead of a full launch. Ijerika highlighted the shared trade challenges between Africa and the Caribbean, emphasizing that solutions like CAPS address regional needs. He also noted Afri-Exim Bank's growing business pipeline in the Caribbean, citing recent deals and commitments totaling nearly $2 billion, demonstrating the bank's commitment to fostering capital flow and trade between the regions.
We also have the annexure of the Pan-Africa Payment and Settlement System into the Caribbean, because right now we're having the CARICOM Payment and Settlement System, which has successfully undergone the proof of concept. So now we're going into a pilot phase for us to launch it, and once it goes live, then we're able to connect it into the one for Africa, which is PAPS, and we will have a robust payment system that can service not just Africa, but Africa and the Caribbean.
Coming up in Network News, Grenada introduces visa-free entry for Indian nationals starting 2025. We'll be right back.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Arise Credit Union. Arise's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Arise's Own Your Own loan. Arise Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arisescu.com.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Time to get charged up for the Fuller Energy Home Series as West Indies takes on Australia in a fiery test match from July 3rd to 7th at the National Cricket Stadium from 10 a.m. each day. Free entry plus fun activities for children under 16 years old. Adult tickets start at just $5 per match day. Let's rally with the men in maroon. Go to windiscricket.com to secure your tickets now. West Indies is back in the spice aisle and we full of energy. West Indies going higher, full of energy.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Dreaming of a summer vacation? We can make it happen. Need a credit card for summer spending? We can make that happen too. Need a loan for carnival, debt consolidation, education expenses, and more? We've got you covered with a Republic Bank Make It Happen loan. Up to 100% financing, competitive rates, and a chance to win great prizes. Live your best life this summer with financing from Republic Bank. Check out republicgrenada.com or visit us today to get your summer started right with a Make It Happen loan.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you. happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play InstaCash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. InstaCash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It's nearly a year since Hurricane Beryl devastated the sister isle of Carriacou. While some rebuilding has begun, not everyone has received the help required. This evening we hear the story of a man who's still awaiting housing assistance and still living in the shadow of the hurricane. Nisha Paul reports.
Dwight Marcel doesn't need a calendar to remind him when Hurricane Beryl tore through his life. He lives it every day under tarpaulin next to the rubble of what used to be home.
That's supposed to be my house. Yeah, no house. But at the same point in time, I was going to piece of board, I was going to put something to start something, and I can't see nothing.
A self-employed shopkeeper in Mount Pleasant, Carriacou, Marcel also lives with limited mobility, having lost the use of his left hand some time ago. But in months since the storm, he's had to rely on more than just his right hand. He's leaned heavily on patience.
Inside for material and I'm inside for build back better. They tell me, keep checking to see if everything approved.
That's the message he says he's received multiple times from the constituency office, but still no approval, no rebuilding, and no clear timeline. With no permanent shelter of his own, the father of one now camps out near his small roadside shop, using what little space and support he can find. Now that we're in the hurricane season again makes his situation even more urgent.
Camping in somebody's place.
Okay, so how long would you be able to camp here for?
That's why to show off. I'm sleeping, at the moment. I have a little tent in the back. I could sleep in at the moment. This is the whole year going already, and this is hurricane season. I ain't get something to shelter my head yet, and I no longer do it again.
While some families in Carriacou have received assistance through government and international housing recovery programs, others like Marcel say they feel forgotten despite repeatedly reaching out. In a recent interview, Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, Tevin Andrews, affirmed that with over 90% of the housing stock on the sister island destroyed, the focus now is on housing.
There is still a lot of work to be done. A lot of homes to be built, and a lot of roofs that need to be covered. But in spite of that, I think we have made steady progress. I am still waiting on central statistics for the actual figures, but I can't give an actual figure. But what I can see is that we're in a much better position now than we were 1 year ago or 11 months ago.
Marcel remains hopeful that his case will be approved before another storm threatens what little he has left. Reporting for GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.
Other news: in a significant development for international travelers, Grenada has begun offering visa-free access to Indian nationals in 2025. This move allows Indian passport holders to enter and stay in Grenada for up to 90 days without requiring a visa, thus simplifying the travel process and promoting tourism and cultural exchange between the two countries. Visa-free access not only makes travel more spontaneous and flexible, but also reduces the time, cost, and uncertainty associated with visa applications. For Indian tourists, students, and business travelers, Grenada now stands out as a Caribbean destination where they can enjoy the natural beauty, culture, and adventure without the stress of visa processing. However, for Grenadians visiting India, a visa is required to enter the country for tourism, business, or other purposes. India and Grenada established diplomatic relations on October 1, 1975. Since then, ties between the two nations have grown steadily, with cooperation in areas such as education, capacity building, and disaster management. In 2020, the two countries signed a memorandum of understanding to facilitate visa-free travel for diplomats and official passport holders. This agreement was formalized on the eve of Grenada's 46th anniversary of independence and laid the groundwork for broader travel reforms. 7 primary schools faced off in a fierce battle of brain power today. It was the final round of the Hatchet Learning Mental Arithmetic Quiz at the St. John's Anglican School. Participants were required to solve all problems manually, a true test of mental arithmetic skill. Christina John reports.
Alpha Junior School District 6 emerged victorious in the final round of the Hatchet Learning Mental Arithmetic Quiz held today at the St. John's Anglican School in Grove St. John. The hard-fought victory saw Alpha Junior School scoring 162 points, dethroning last year's title holder St. John's Anglican School District 7, who finished in second place with 155 points. District 2 secured third place, that's the Bel Air Government School, with 147 points. Participants from 7 primary schools demonstrated their mental arithmetic skills by solving all problems manually without calculators in a true test of calculation prowess. The final was structured into 4 challenging rounds: a rapid-fire individual round 1, the team-focused power round 2, the simultaneous bonus round 3, and the strategic jeopardy round 4, where teams selected questions with potential penalties for wrong answers. GBN spoke with the top 3 schools. Students explained their preparation and discussed the incorporation of math into everyday life.
I feel excited and relieved because at the end the results are close. So it's just overall a happy experience. Well, it was practice and practice and practice to get this result. So yeah, math, you could be an accountant. You know, almost everything, every job requires math.
We didn't really much have time because we had to go back and forth between graduation and preparing for the quiz. So we just had to make it work. Basically, all jobs involve math, but if I had to choose one, I will choose accountant.
Teachers always make us do Jeopardies and stay in the class and do work break time.
To stay up in the night studying all my mental maths so I can get a good grade so we could come first, but unfortunately not today. On mornings when we came to school, we used to practice together in the class so that when Miss come, we are already prepared for when she asks us questions.
Idon Richardson, Mathematics Curriculum Officer in the Ministry of Education, expressed his pride in the students' agility and mental sharpness in problem solving.
And I think the children, they were awesome.
The children, they usually surprise us especially with the difficult, because sometimes we have some difficult questions, but the children did very well. I'm very happy to see how they performed, to see that we had 4 schools that actually were very close. So, and in terms of the first 2 positions, any of the 2 schools could have won. So that for schools, all teachers in schools to do mental arithmetic. It's very important, not just for students being bright or being able to answer mathematics questions, but it goes along with just in other subject areas as well, because it forces the brain to work. So the capacity of the brain to retain information, not just for mathematics, but for the other subject areas, it goes along with.
This long-standing quiz, now in its 18th year and sponsored by Hatchet Learning, spans the academic year. It involves class-level competitions, district qualifiers, and culminates in the national final. Winners receive trophies, while all participants were awarded certificates and gifts. Christina John, GBN News.
Today was the Read Across Grenada Day, as students of primary schools across the island were engaged in reading books. Another report from Christina John.
Students at primary schools across Grenada participated in Read Across Grenada Day today, engaging with literature as part of the initiative. The event, organized by Grenadians in the diaspora with ties to the island, aims to foster a love for reading among young people. At the Grand Royal Government School, students interacted with author Malcolm Mitchell, whose book, The Magician's Hat, was the focus. Mitchell, who overcame reading challenges in his youth and later became a literacy advocate through his Shed Magic Foundation, shared his journey and the inspiration behind his writing.
Reading helped me become a professional football player. Whatever you want to be when you grow up, there are books out there that can help you accomplish that goal.
A student received a copy of the book, and a magician-like hat was worn as Mitchell read excerpts.
Family Fun Day at the City Public Library is a special Saturday that everyone looks forward to. We'll all turn the page together. Perfect. The library was known for having cool and exciting events. We'll all turn the page together. For the first time, there was a magician named David. Raise your hand if you would like to see a magician perform.
Principal of the Grand Royal Government School, Jenna James, emphasized the fundamental importance of reading in human development.
At Grand Royal Government School, as the instructional leader, reading is everything to me, for want of a better way of expressing it. I deem it as something very important, primarily because a literate individual is one that can craft a path of success for himself or herself, and reading is critical towards the development of every human being. Students get the opportunity to read every day of the week, and the program that we currently use to develop their reading skills falls under the Continuous School and System Initiative, sponsored by the OECS through the Ministry of Education. So our goal is every boy, every girl that enters Grand Royal Government School should leave being a reading individual, somebody that is a competent reader.
This marked the second edition of Read Across Grenada Day. The students were encouraged to continue reading.
I just want you all to keep reading, okay? Enjoy your books, take care of them, share them and read them aloud to others, because the magic of reading only encourages others to read too, okay? Thank you all for your time. I hope you enjoyed the book. I hope you enjoy reading as much as I do. Read! Say it like you mean it. Read!
Christina John, GBN News.
Reading will help you achieve your goals. Next in Network News. CAF and Trust for the Americas launch digital skills program for Grenadian youth.
The Mount Morris Community Development Organization invites you to all West Indian breakfast on Sunday, June 29th from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m.
at the Mount Morris Community Center grounds. Come enjoy local breakfast delicacies, all made by the residents of Mount Morris,
which includes a vegetarian option for only $25. Also available on sale, pastries and a solid bar, fresh produce from the farmers market.
The best part, there's a playground and a bouncing castle for the kids. Let's go.
So bring the kids along. This breakfast is our pan breakfast featuring River Road Pan Wizards as we get ready for Spice Mass 2025.
Also providing music is our very own in-house DJ Slick. We'll be on the ones and twos. Sponsors: Clack Scott Rum,
Hubbard's,
Trend Graphics, Power 95 FM,
Grenada.com,
and Dynamic Realty. You don't want to miss this breakfast.
For decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anne, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery games gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean and the Trust for the Americas signed a new cooperation agreement to support a youth digital training initiative in Grenada. Beverly Telesford tells us more.
The announcement was made during the 55th General Assembly of the Organization of American States, OAS, on Thursday, where Grenada was among the countries represented. The project, titled Strengthening the Digital Entrepreneurial Ecosystem in Grenada, is set to run from July 2025 to June 2026. This initiative will provide training for 200 young people aged 17 to 34 in areas such as digital literacy, artificial intelligence, and entrepreneurship. In addition to classroom instruction and hands-on learning, the program will include a range of interactive activities, including a national ideathon, mentoring sessions with leaders from the private sector, and a pitch competition where top ideas will be awarded seed funding to support implementation. The project is designed by the Trust for the Americas, a nonprofit affiliated with the OAS. Drawing on its experience in 29 countries, the Trust has designed the program to promote long-term sustainability and impact. In Grenada, it will collaborate with a local partner to manage the launch of an innovation center and to oversee the coordination and measurement of project outcomes. The goal is to generate evidence and frameworks that can be replicated in other Eastern Caribbean nations. Dr. Stacey Richards Kennedy, Regional Manager for the Caribbean at the Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean, CAF, highlighted the broader significance of the initiative. She stated that investments in digital skills, entrepreneurship, and youth development are critical for building a more resilient, inclusive, and digitally sovereign region where young people are not just participants but leaders in the digital age. This initiative is part of CAF's broader innovation series. This week, CAF served as the title sponsor for the regional conference on artificial intelligence for Caribbean sustainability in Antigua and Barbuda. That event brought together over 500 participants, further underlining the region's growing focus on digital innovation and sustainable development. During the signing ceremony, Grenada's Foreign Affairs Minister Joseph Andel and OAS Assistant Secretary General His Excellency Nestor Mendes expressed expressed strong support for the initiative. Both officials emphasized the importance of broadening access to technology for youth and acknowledged the trust for the Americas as a vital partner in advancing measurable, scalable results throughout the region. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
All right, before the break, the Organization of American States, OAS, and the French ambassador to the Eastern Caribbean signed an agreement to strengthen French language education. Here's what we know. The pact, signed during the OAS General Assembly in Antigua and Barbuda, will see collaboration to integrate French into public education policies in St. Lucia, Dominica, Barbados, Antigua and Barbuda, and St. Kitts and Nevis. The initiative includes training French teachers and aims to spark students' interest, increasing the number of young people proficient in French for study and work. OAS Secretary General Albert Ramdeen called it a pivotal agreement for integration and understanding. We'll be right back to report the sports news. Stay with us.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Sporting fans, good evening. Paraclete government of the champions of the 2025 edition of the Republic Bank 5 for Fun program. The final took place at the Roy St. John playing field on Wednesday. Designed around the pillars of fun, inclusion and equality, the 5 for Fun program is a joint initiative between Republic Bank and Cricket West Indies with deep roots in the CWI's Future Stars program and Republic Bank's Transformative Power to Make a Difference initiative. After a groundbreaking debut in 2024, this year's edition proved once again that the Spice Isle is bursting with future cricketing stars. Raphael Crony was tasked with seeing the program to the end.
Yes, certainly, and I said it deservedly because we would have seen some really encouraging performance by some of the students from Paraclete. One can recall Kevin Francois. In my view, he is one of the top players in terms of both his bowling, his fielding, his batting. We're happy to see the left arm spinner, and that's female. We don't find this often. Her name is Zania Jones, and she's from River Sally Government. And that was really, really encouraging to see her bowl left arm spin, which was really tremendous. So we thought that these are two of the players. We had Francois from St. David's, Nathaniel Francis from St. David's, who did well. And then there was also one other player from, I think, Paraclete. All in all, I think Paraclete has displayed great talent, and we certainly are encouraged by what we have seen coming out from the Paraclete Government School.
Still talking cricket, cricket officials are working around the clock to ensure the grounds of the National Cricket Stadium are ready for play next week. This as Grenada hosts the second test in Australia's tour of the Caribbean. The facility was handed over following refurbishment and upgrade works. The match is set for July 3 to 7. Looking at work on the pitch ahead of the game, Riffle Crony thinks it will offer some life for batsmen and bowlers.
We expect that the pitch is going to be even. I personally feel that the fast bowlers would feel a lot more happy in terms of how that wicket plays. As I said, the fact that it's fully grass, it therefore is made for movements, sideways movements and everything like that. With the live grass on the wicket, you will tend to get that. But also, the ball comes out very quickly on the surface because it has an even grass, so it could come up very quickly. So I do believe that the fast bowlers will be encouraged to bowl on this track.
All right, cricket will make its historic debut at the Pan American Games in 2027 following a landmark decision by the Executive Committee of Pan Am Sports on June 18, 2025. The announcement was revealed by Caribbean Association of National Olympic Committee's President Keith Joseph, who welcomed the move as a long overdue recognition of the sport's growing footprint in the Americas, especially in the Caribbean. The inclusion of cricket in the 2027 Games to be held in Lima, Peru, marks a significant milestone for a region where the sport is deeply ingrained in the cultural and athletic fabric. The inclusion of cricket in the Pan Am Games follows its confirmed return to the Olympic Games for Los Angeles 2028 and signals a global shift in how the sport is viewed and integrated into multi-sport frameworks. We can tell you too, for the Caribbean, where cricket is more than just a game, this announcement adds fuel to a movement that has long campaigned for greater recognition and opportunity on the world stage. Meanwhile, another absorbing day of cricket as the West Indies grabbed 4 wickets in the last session of play. At stumps, the visitors enjoyed a lead of 82 runs with 6 wickets in hand. Scores in the match: Australia won 80 and 92 for 4, and West Indies 190 all out. Moving now to football, the Grenada Football Association GFA will host its commercialization symposium on Saturday. The event will bring together key stakeholders in Grenadian football for a deep dive into revenue-generating strategies and sustainable commercial growth across the sport. This transformative symposium is designed to equip club representatives and football affiliates with the tools and knowledge needed to harness innovative revenue streams, enabling greater financial independence and professionalization at every level of the sport. President of the GFA, Marlon Glean, expressed excitement over the weekend exercise.
So we've invited some speakers from abroad. Marcus, who's coming from Germany, who's done some stuff with UEFA, for the German FA, from a commercial front, from a sponsorship front. He's one of the experts in the art of football business, and he's going to come and explain to clubs as to how the business of football work from the commercial side. Then we have Tanya from Jamaica, who has been very instrumental in terms of marketing and promotion and communication in Jamaica. She does a lot of stuff for the Jamaica Football Federation. She's going to come again and give a different perspective, but this time as to how they do it in Jamaica and how she thinks it should apply within the Caribbean in terms of commercial socialization, in terms of sponsorship, in terms of communication, promotions, etc.
That's the sports news for now. Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean continue to receive support from United Nations programs aimed at advancing national and regional development. The Deputy Representative and Head of the UN Women Multi-Country Office of the Caribbean confirmed this during the UN Sub-Regional Team launch. Authorities highlighted that funded initiatives also target persistent gender gaps between men and women. In addition, UN Women and UNICEF are collaborating on a joint program in Barbados focusing on placing youth and women at the center of climate resilience and safety efforts, especially in developing the urban area of Spikestown.
Barbados faces compound challenges from economic crises, climate change, and social vulnerabilities, especially among women and youth in the tourism sector, which is a major economic driver. The IRIS program responds to these challenges with two main models, IRIS, which is the model I just shared, and also the Caribbean Safe School Initiative led by UNICEF. The IRIS model integrates climate adaptive design, inclusivity, and also a focus on smart standards and technology. And so we are very pleased to be partnering with UNICEF with support from the UN SDG Fund in this initiative.
All right, further afield, Thailand has reversed its previous stance, making the recreational use of cannabis illegal once again. The substance had been removed from the list of controlled narcotics in 2022. The governing party there cited cannabis as contributing to serious social problems as the reason for the change.
Head out onto any major street in Thailand these days and you'll see shops like this. Some offer the prospect of fun times. Others look more like a pharmacy, but they're all selling the same thing: cannabis. Inside, a head-spinning array of choice, all carefully engineered strains. But after 3 years on the open market, this is a controlled substance once again.
I don't know how they can reverse this. Now, it's absolutely insane. There's shops everywhere, so how do they reverse this? I don't think they can. Now that they've opened it to be completely free like this, I think they're going to struggle to reverse this availability that's here.
From Thursday, to buy cannabis in Thailand, you'll need a certificate from a medical professional. Conditions from cancer to insomnia qualify. Recreational use does not.
I still say strain because...
But for an industry that's grown from nothing to a major employer in just 3 years, this is going to be a big hit.
Terpenes. The economy has been struggling. I think during COVID, cannabis gave the economy a very nice spike. And now at a time when the economy is not doing well, it's definitely going to take a hit. It is a billion-dollar industry.
The political party that pioneered legislation, Bum Jai Thai, left the ruling coalition last week. Some suspect this might be an act of political revenge. But few other governments in the region have followed Thailand's relaxation of the strict rules on drugs. The Thai government's also coming under external pressure to tighten up the industry because people are taking it out of the country. country. This is enough cannabis to potentially get you a death sentence in Malaysia, Indonesia, or Singapore. Others are more relaxed. Cannabis culture is already deeply embedded in Thailand, and there's one green that's always well received here, the one that folds in your wallet. Tony Cheng, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.
Thank you, Tony. A reminder of the headlines right after this. A reminder of the headlines before we leave you. Grenada introduces visa-free entry for Indian nationals starting 2025. Afri-Exim Bank launches Caribbean payment system to boost local currency trade and signs agreements to increase travel ahead of Grenada Forum. Public Workers Union wants government to prioritize health workers' status before hospital accreditation. Also in the news, regionally, Eastern Caribbean continues to benefit from United Nations programs. Internationally, Thailand recriminalizes recreational cannabis amid social concerns. Plus in the sports news, Paraclete government are winners of Republic Bank's 5 for Fun, while local coach Rafael Crony lauds the preparation of local pitch ahead of the second test. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the GBN newsroom. Thank you very much indeed for tuning into the broadcast. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.